Quick disclaimer for all of our audio listeners, there is a bit of a mic issue in this episode, but it'll be fixed by next week, so enjoy.
Okay, we're rolling. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, hold on. Good? Should we play Boys of Fall? We should totally play Boys of Fall. It is that time. Dude, wait, hold on. Time out.
What?
Is Sean Payton in the Boys of Fall music video?
I think he is.
I think he is.
He is, yeah. It's been a while since I've watched
on.
that for real.
Hold on.
3 claps, we're ready tonight. 3 claps. 3 claps. 3 claps.
Oh my God,
I
dude.
walk down the locker room, it still smells the same.
The fact that this is Sean Payton just made my year. I didn't even realize.
I know.
You back real quick. One of the things.
We're going way too long, but this is
Just start the fucking song, Sean.
It comes when you get married. It comes when your child's.
This is electric. I've chills.
Chills.
I have
But you
chills.
just don't
I
touch
literally
it
have chills.
every night. You're gonna miss that more later in the world. Smell that fresh.
Cutting grass.
Fans going crazy for
The Boys of Fall. And on that note,
Welcome back to Roughing the Pod. Thank you once again. As promised, we're back.
Yep.
And
Yeah, expect to see us every Wednesday.
totally. Yeah, so Tegan, what's new? What happened with you?
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, there was a few things that I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Trying to do a better intro for you guys. One, I wanted to give a shout out. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm chronically online and it's a terrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
But TikTok can be a gold mine. And so I wanted to give a shout out to, not that this guy's ever going to see it, but there's this guy on TikTok called Zach is Back.
Oh, let's at him.
At Zach is Back. He did this like McDonald's challenge where he was trying to eat the entire menu in as few bites as possible. Electric.
Oh my God.
Absolutely electric.
Hold on. How many bites?
Okay, how many items do you think there are?
There's a lot.
There's a lot of shit on McDonald's. Yeah, because you got breakfast, you got lunch.
Oh, he did breakfast?
Yeah,
and
he did the
lunch?
whole shebang.
Oh, shoot.
So I want to say it was like, what's up?
I mean, he did like the Oreo Blizzard and the
I don't know if he did that.
Or the
I think he like,
McFlurries.
I think he might have just done like one McFlurry. You know what I mean? Like chose one McFlurry. But I want to say there was like almost 60 items. He almost did it like one for one.
There's no way.
I swear to God.
60 bites?
I swear to God. It's not 60 bites. I want to say it was like 50 something items. And I want to say he was under 70 bites.
Zach, that is disgusting,
Dude,
brother.
No, it's an all-time performance. And guess what?
He shat his brains out.
Well, yeah, obviously. Going forward, though, he just announced that he's doing the Wendy's menu now.
Wow.
He's on a generational run. And I just wanted to, that's a little something that's been on my mind. Another thing, random thought of the week. This was kind of just hit me one day because phone was like at 1%, had to throw it on the charger and then had to use the bathroom.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And so random thought of the week was like, dude, what did people do on the toilet before the smartphone?
They read magazines.
That's a great call.
They
That's
read
a great
magazines. They read books. They read shampoo bottles.
Call. Yeah.
They just sat there with their thoughts.
Right. Which maybe is healthier. What about you, though? What's new with you?
Well, we got the puppy.
Yes.
Like we were talking about. You just met her.
God.
She
Guys.
is cute.
Adorable.
Oh my God.
Absolutely adorable.
Yeah, I'm in love.
Yeah.
So that's been awesome.
Yep.
Just did that. Literally just got home with her yesterday. So
She's so cute.
sweetest little puppy.
She's so cute. And you can't tell size based off of photos. And when you see her in person, she's just the
She's
tiniest
6
little.
pounds.
Oh my God, itty bitty. But so damn
She's a
cute.
little beagle.
Oh, ears flopping all around when she's running. It's so cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway.
So that's the latest here. Also, last night we did our family league
Holy-
redraft.
Do we want to do a roster rundown of each?
I don't think. I mean, you can highlight like some of the guys you're excited about, but I don't think we should spend a crazy amount of time.
I'm going to do a 60-second rundown. Okay.
Oh God, he's got the papers.
Listen. Here was my plan. Okay, have you seen Draft Day? He writes on a little sticky note. He's like, Vontae Mack no matter what. I wrote down Emeka Egbuka no matter what. I also wrote down Jahmyr Gibbs no matter what, but then he didn't make it to me. I had a 106. 106. Immediately after I wrote Jahmyr Gibbs no matter what, I was like, damn, I kind of want CeeDee Lamb.
There was no shot, Jahmyr.
Yeah, and Jahmyr went 103. But in our league, you have no idea what the hell's going to happen. So I was kind of half expecting him to fall to me. He didn't. I got CeeDee. Hell of a consolation prize. I'm thrilled about CeeDee. I was talking to you earlier. I think CeeDee could be wide receiver 1 this year. I just think Dallas has zero defense. They're going to need to put up 30 points a week to win. And CeeDee could be in a similar situation to like Jamar last year. Love that. Give me that all day long. So went him round 1. Ashton Genty fell to me round 2, dude. Ecstatic about that. I was between Chase Brown and Ashton Genty, but Ashton Genty was there. Been an Ashton Genty guy all offseason.
Oh, that's your guy.
That's my guy. I went and saw him play against Wyoming.
Yeah.
Love at first sight.
And after Boise's performance this weekend, it's like,
yikes, dude.
Did Ashton just carry them? Like,
He 100% did.
Yeah.
100%. And so I was like, dude, that's too good to pass up. CeeDee Lamb and Ashton Genty to start. Then I got Jaden Daniels because it's in a league where QBs go quick. I was like, I need a premier guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Marv round 4. God bless you. Marv round 4. I'm actually really excited about that. Last year he was like a first, second round pick. Got him in the 4th. I think he's going to be better this year than he was last.
And his biceps are enormous.
The dude should enter the Mr. Olympia. Yeah, that's a bodybuilding thing. I think he's poised for a big year. I think he's poised for a really big year. Then I got, this is the pick that I wanted to get to, Emeka Egbuka in the 5th round. And you were talking shit to me while we were drafting. You were like, dude, that's such a reach. But I told you, I was like, I know your ass is going to take him, and I'm not going to get him coming back into the 6th round. So I was like, calling my shot.
Yeah, you had a nice draft.
I had a great, and then you
did well. I am lower on CeeDee than you are.
I know you are.
And that's just mostly because George Pickens is now catching the football for the Dallas Cowboys, and
yeah, and that
like
matters.
I was telling you, his PFF
matters.
grade from last year is like right just a notch below CeeDee's.
Well, yes,
I think could eat into CeeDee a little bit, but I do see it how you see it now that
this
Micah
is where
Parsons is gone.
This is where I'm coming from.
They're gonna be throwing the football.
They're tossing the ball around the yard. And I went back and I was looking at Schottenheimer, their new head coach. I was looking at his kind of history a little bit. He was with Seattle in 2020 when Geno had a really great year, and Geno was tossing the ball around the yard. That offense, as far as a passing attack, was really, really good when he was the OC there. And now, like, I would argue Dallas has a better roster than that Seattle team.
Maybe the moral of this story is Dak Prescott.
Well, so on that point, I got Dak Prescott in the 12th round. Because one, I was like, I'm thrilled about Jaden, obviously. Like, I think the dude is
but if he has
a bona fide stud. If he has a sophomore slump
injury,
or the injury, that's kind of where my head was at. Yeah, totally. That's kind of where my head was at because I was like, let's be honest. He does not look like the most durable guy. And he has not done a great job in the past of getting out of nasty hits. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like, Dak Prescott gives me a little insurance on top of the stack.
Yeah, and that's a sweet stack if you have
and
to
I'm like,
play it. So.
And I think Dak could have a huge year. He's healthy again. You add George Pickens to an already pretty good passing offense, and they have no fucking defense.
Again,
zero defense.
They are going to be playing some catch
So
up.
that's my thing is like I see it the way you see it a little bit, where you add an explosive option to that offense, and that's going to take targets away from CeeDee. I also can't help but see it this way, where CeeDee is the bona fide number 1 in that offense. I don't really care how good George Pickens is. He's going to be really good. He's going to be like a 1A, 1B. But that's an offense where they're going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the piss out of the ball. And I really do think it's going to be kind of a 2024 Cincinnati Bengals is a little bit the 2025 Dallas Cowboys.
Maybe.
So I'm like, give me all of that, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Give me all of that.
I feel good about my draft as well. I'll just really quick here.
We'll rip it off
into the actual episode. I had the 12th pick in a 12-team league, which can be really awesome sometimes.
Yes,
but
it can.
Can be very difficult as well, and I'm sure everybody
Picking at the
knows.
bookends can be tough,
knows
but
that.
can be nice.
It's just so long until you pick again, so you really got to be on top of it with how you're building. But I went Puka Nacua and Brian Thomas.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
At the end of the first, it was Puka. Beginning of the second, Brian Thomas.
Yep.
So I love my wide receivers. And then I was crazy, and I reached on Travion Henderson.
It's your guy.
In the third round, and then to
That's
begin
your
the
guy.
fourth, I grabbed Omarion Hampton. So 2 rookie running backs, which could be good, could be shit, and we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
And then I went
true.
and I stacked up Xavier Worthy and Patrick Mahomes. I actually changed my. I know it's gross. We hate the Chiefs. Go Broncos, but
Fuck the Chiefs.
that could be a fun stack, especially with Rashi.
As much as I hate it for fantasy purposes, I do think it probably will be pretty good.
Yeah, with Rashi being out for 6 games? Is that what the suspension is?
Yep. And I was thinking about, honestly, I was thinking about taking a dart throw on
Royals.
your boy Royals.
Yeah, but
at the end,
also
but he's
hurt.
also injured.
He's also hurt. He's
And
probably-
they don't think he's going to play week 1,
that's
so
right.
it's like
yeah, exactly. But yeah, Mahomes and Xavier Worthy. My thing here is like, if the Chiefs are good, which I don't want them to be,
But let's be honest.
but if they are good,
Yeah.
I want them to be scoring points for me.
Yes,
So
I agree. It's a weird thing though,
it's a
where
weird
that
situation.
it's a weird thing where that I think the reputation that they've earned from Patrick Mahomes' MVP year, and then like maybe the year after, has really bought him a lot of reputation of being an explosive offense. And I don't think that they were that good last year. Like they were a pretty bad offense last year.
I don't think they were bad. I just they certainly were not.
There was a stat-
high flying when Tyreek Hill left.
Yeah, big.
They lost an element of
big departure.
of explosiveness.
Yes,
and that's why I kind of took a shot on Xavier Worthy
and I like
Pat
it.
Mahomes, 'cause
I like
think
it.
That's a fun stack,
Yep.
and that could be huge
Yep.
some weeks. So
Yep.
and then of course I grabbed Tyler Warren. I know you were upset about that.
I was pissed. I was hoping that he would make it back to me.
Yeah.
What was that? Round
And
6 or
I mean,
7?
Yeah, something like
Oh
that.
my god!
But last year,
Chelsea, you don't even realize what we just did. You don't even realize what I just did.
what?
6, 7.
How did I miss that?
I know, dude. Oh, Lord.
6, 7.
Oh, God.
Stop it.
Moving on.
So yeah, Tyler Warren should be fun.
Yep.
And
I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, then I grabbed some depth pieces. Got Matthew Golden on there. I don't like him, but
I'm a fan of that pick. That was a pick that you don't like, but I love.
it seems like everybody in the world loves him. And on the chance that I'm wrong about him, I would like
What a humble move from you.
the benefit. So and then Ricky Pearsall, Jalen Waddle on the
Many men.
yeah.
Many.
All right, that's enough.
No. I want to talk about my bench too now because you got
Okay,
your
Jesus.
bench. Okay, so listen here.
I just cut the whole clip. He drafted Dalton Kincaid, Romo Odunze, Jordan Mason, Tyrone Tracy, Alvin Kamara, Josh Downs, Tucker Kraft, Marvin Mims, and Cam Little. I just saved you 3 minutes.
Let's
Anyway,
get into the episode.
So I'm
okay?
thrilled. I'm excited.
All right. So sorry about that. Just
I just had to flex my roster on you guys a little bit. I'm
He's
sorry.
been
I was
roster
ecstatic.
baiting all day.
When it was it was truly something where like in the years past I've had picks where I'm like, ugh, I don't feel good. Almost every pick I was like, hell
Okay.
yeah.
all right.
I just
good?
had to get it off my chest, man. I had to.
You feel
Yes.
good?
I feel great.
Okay. Awesome.
I feel great.
Cool. All right. So today our episode.
Yep.
I have it in quotations here. Say it with your chest.
Just like that.
Okay. These are our
Just like that.
these are our week 1 bold prediction. It's literally written right there.
Dude, we're literally this is week 1 of NFL football.
Yeah. Exactly.
Holy
like,
shit.
wait, what is today? Monday.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got like 3 days.
3 days. 3 days until you see CeeDee Lamb ball
I know,
out.
and then it's on. So today we're gonna run through every game coming at you this weekend.
Yep. Thursday to Monday, baby.
Some of our bold takes, what we think is going to happen in these games, and I have pulled up here FanDuel, just so that we can see kind of how Vegas views
Yeah.
these matchups.
Yep.
So-
Should be a good barometer for.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So we'll start out Thursday night game.
Yep.
couple days away.
Oh,
NFL
God.
season's kicking off, and we've got
Fucking cute boys of fall again.
what I hope is going to be a good game. What I think could end up being a bloodbath. It depends on if Philly is kind of on a Super Bowl hangover or not.
Totally.
But we've got Dallas versus Philly, and I will go real quick first. My bold prediction, maybe this isn't that bold. I think Javonte dominates the touches in the Dallas backfield.
100% agree.
I think Philly is simply just too strong on both sides of the football. And
Well, I mean, honestly, nothing's changed from last year. It's the best roster on both sides of the ball.
yeah, I think it's a pretty sound Eagles W.
Yep.
And the Vegas lines here, we've got it's a 7.5 spread. Eagles minus 400. So
That's kind of big.
yeah, I mean, it's
More than a Tud
it's
win?
one of the bigger spreads, I believe.
Yeah.
On the weekend. So
Yeah. I'd be curious how much the Micah Parsons trade impacted that, but
we're gonna be really excited that it's NFL football. And
Yep.
It's Thursday night football finally, but this one might get out of hand.
yeah. When
Go ahead.
So for me, this is my bold take. I think Saquon might have 200 plus yards rushing week 1, and then we're all going to sit here week 2, and you guys are going to tune in on Wednesday, and we're going to sit here and be like, why the fuck was Saquon not the first overall pick? He's the best running back in fantasy football again, because he's going to go nuts on that Dallas defense that is not as good as they were 2 days ago. So that's kind of my take on it. I think he'll probably be the highest week 1 fantasy scorer. That's kind of the other hot take I have. I think he might lead all fantasy scores for week 1. And then kind of like we've touched on already, I wrote it in as welcome to the Dallas Bengals. I think that's kind of going to be the storyline of this year. I think Dallas is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals of this 2025-26 season. They just are, I mean,
You're just talking defensively. How bad the Bengals have been.
Totally.
You think
Well,
Dallas is now.
and how that impacts how they play offensively.
Yeah,
Like, because they're so bad defensively, Joe Burrow has to
light it
throw
up.
for 500 fucking yards every week.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at with Dallas this year. I think the Micah Parsons trade, in no small part, is obviously a colossal deal. And so I think that's going to hugely impact Dallas's outlook for this year. I really like how it impacts the outlook for them offensively this year. So that's why I'm thrilled to have CD, as we've touched on. But yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll move on. We have a Friday night game this week, and
Hell yeah.
and this one I'm actually looking forward to watching. I think
Same.
Yeah,
I think it's
so-
going to be a sneaky good game.
Yeah, we got Kansas City, Los Angeles. This one is in LA. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites, so there's that. I do believe that the Chiefs do win this game. I have written down here, my bold prediction is that Xavier Worthy outproduces Ladd McConkey, and really that just boils down to
Yeah, I don't hate that.
just the target competition. I think
Yeah.
I think Keenan Allen might take a little bit away from Ladd
I
McConkey
totally
throughout
agree.
the season.
I totally agree.
Because I don't know. I mean, he was still pretty good last year.
Yeah, well,
Chicago.
and the thing is like Ladd was the Chargers passing offense.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnson got a few like lucky touchdowns. Like I
Yeah.
think he lucked in. Like shout out Joe Smythe again. He had the most points off of blown coverages last year. QJ, I'm talking about. So Ladd was really their entire passing offense.
He was the only receiver that would like not drop the ball.
Right. So I think Keenan Allen having an established relationship with
Keenan
Herbo
and then
is going to be.
Trey Harris, we'll see. I think their
Yeah.
rushing attack will be much better
100%.
this year. So that's
100%.
kind of where I'm coming at this from. Like, I think Xavier Worthy, without Rashee Rice,
Yeah.
and aging Kelsey,
Yep.
Jalen Royals, who's my guy, is looking like he.
If he was healthy, I would have taken him at the end of the draft.
Yeah. But it looks like he is going to miss week 1, unfortunately. I think
Yeah.
it's like knee tendonitis.
That's what I read.
Like, yikes.
Doesn't sound good,
No.
especially to be missing a week for that.
I know.
I don't know, and I'm not an injury. I don't know like shit about injuries and how they impact fantasy, but like that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. And then my other thing, I think that Omarion Hampton gets off to a slower start than we want.
Yeah. I do think building off of that point, though, I think he will have the bulk load of touches because I think Najee just hasn't practiced enough.
Yeah.
My only point on this game, I think the Chiefs' black magic continues. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think both are good teams, good rosters. One thing I'll throw in is I think that the tackle that the Chiefs drafted is going to be like lights out.
Yep.
And I think we're all going to sit here week 2 and be like, fuck, they did it again. They got a franchise guy at the end of the first.
My thing, how is that guy moving so well after tearing his patellar tendon?
He looks unreal.
It looks like nothing even happened.
What's it? Simmons?
Yeah, Josh Simmons.
Josh Simmons, yes. He looks freaky, dude. He looks freaky.
I know, and
he looks like, and this is like getting way too ahead of ourselves. He looks Trent Williams-ish.
You always hear that like the patellar tendon is like
career-ending,
one of the worst injury, like worse than ACL.
Well, so that's where I'm like,
and that was like
I know,
a couple months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but okay. So not to get sidetracked.
Yeah, right.
I think he's going to be a stud. But I think the Chiefs' black magic continues. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think the Chiefs win on probably some bullshit call or like some late Harrison Butker field goal or some shit.
We got some.
Side note, Vetti, bleep this out. And I know you haven't been bleeping any of our shit out. Bleep this out.
No.
Fuck the Chiefs. Okay, that's my last point. Fuck the Chiefs. But yeah, that's how I feel.
Totally agree. All right, so that's the Thursday and Friday games. Then, of course, we've got Saturday, and I hope you watch some college football.
Yep. Go Pokes.
The early slate on Sunday. To begin, we've got the Giants, and they are at the Commanders.
Yep.
Giants-Commanders. This game, I have the Giants upsetting the Commanders, surprisingly.
And I could see it.
And my thought process there was just, I think that Giants D-line is like
nasty.
Kind of nasty.
Nasty.
Not
kind of. They are a bona fide.
I think that Washington outperformed their talent last year, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I just think that they were better than they were
supposed to be. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that Giants D-line is going to get after them. I think here another not so bold take, I guess, but I think Tyron Tracy outproduces Cam Scatterboo. And I think
I would love that as a Tyron Tracy owner.
I think Bill Krosky-Merritt is underwhelming, largely because I think that Austin Eckler is going to
100% agree. I was just going to say that.
Probably be the guy.
Yep. So. For me, my take on this one, I think Malik is going to absolutely destroy that Washington secondary. I think he could have a 20-plus point game. He's probably going to be one of the higher scorers of week 1, in my opinion. I think he's going to get the lion's share of targets like he did last year. I think probably can count on a Russ Moon ball to Malik at some point. And then, like you were saying, I think Jaden Daniels is probably going to struggle in this game just because that defensive line for New York is like truly nasty. Absolutely disgusting. I know they brought in Tunsil, and that helps. But I think that Giants D-line is just going to be all over it. So I think they'll struggle, and then I think Washington just ends up winning it. I think they're probably just the better team with the better quarterback, and at the end of the day, I think that gets them the win.
So we're a little opposite there,
at
least.
Win-wise.
Who wins. Does look like Washington is a 6.5 point favorite, so
pretty big spread there.
Decent line. Moving on, we've got the Panthers at Jacksonville, and this is one that the Jaguars are favored in. I might sprinkle a little change on this one because I think Carolina.
I do too. I think first year head coaches. Week 1, hard to get a win.
Yeah, I have here in my notes. Carolina wins a close one. Travis Hunter, I think, only plays like 50% of the offensive snaps. And then my other take here is that Tetairoa McMillan scores in his first NFL game.
Yeah, my take here, I think Tet's going to look, kind of like building off what you're saying, I think Tet's going to look worthy of that top 10 pick. I think he's going to be sick. I think the Carolina offense is going to look really good. I think year 2 with Dave Canales, they're going to be starting on a much better note than they did last year. I wrote in here Coker is wide receiver 2, not Leggett. Tulsa then let me know that Coker is on IR. Tough look. I still believe that as the year goes on, Coker's going to be the wide receiver 2 in that offense.
Interesting.
Maybe week 1, Hunter Renfrow is wide receiver 2. Sign the guy back after trading Adam Thielen.
Ooh, that's spicy. Get Renfrow in your lineup.
Get Renfrow in your lineup. He's on your waiver wire. Why is he on your waiver wire? But yeah, so I actually think Travis Hunter's going to explode offensively. I know you think he's only going to play half the snaps. I think BTJ and him on the field at the same time is going to be too much for a bad Carolina defense. And I think Trevor Lawrence probably hits him underneath for a few. I think BTJ can just stretch the field, and Travis has space to work underneath. And I think that's going to be really hard to defend. So I could see Travis Hunter looking really good week 1.
Would be really fun to watch.
Yeah, totally.
I'm looking forward to
totally. But
that game.
Kind of along like what you were saying, I think Carolina wins just because I think they have more continuity. Mm-hmm. And I think, it's hard for a new head coach to win week 1.
All right. Next game in that early slate on Sunday, we've got Pittsburgh at New York Jets. Yeah, I think we both put in our notes here that this is going to be a defensive slugfest.
Yeah.
I wrote down Breece Hall is still the guy in the Jets backfield. He's going to get the majority of the work.
Yep.
Justin Fields is going to struggle, which
shocker to
I know that's not a
nobody in the universe.
That's not a bold take, but I mean we've seen it year in year out. Like
he continues to prove that he's not a franchise quarterback,
and the Steelers' defense is just really good. I mean,
hey, revenge game for him though.
That's true. That is true. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
because he only played like 4 games.
How about that though?
But I have Pittsburgh winning. Like I said, in a defensive
slugfest.
Yeah, it's going to be messy and ugly and.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had written down. It's an ugly game for fantasy football fans, but it's a great game for like football fans.
You know what's crazy is it's a revenge game both ways.
Oh my God, it is.
We got Aaron Rodgers playing the Jets. We got Justin Fields playing the Steelers.
Well, that just changes my mind about everything. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun football game for like fans of football, not fantasy. I think defensively it's going to be a showdown. You got 2 great defenses. I think Pittsburgh wins because Mike Tomlin knows how to win, and I think Caleb Johnson looks pretty damn good.
They just extended Jalen Warren.
I saw that
2-year extension.
I saw that, and I so that like worries me a little bit. But I'm also like, what worries me a little more too is I am scarred from being so high on Bijan. And then Arthur Smith, like, never fucking giving him the ball. Yeah, and so like, and I would literally be like,
Algier.
I would literally be like yelling at the TV. I'm like, what the hell are we doing, Arthur? You have a anyway. So we won't get into that. We won't open that can of worms.
Why hand the ball off to a Ferrari when you can hand it off to a bowling ball?
Why give the ball to your fucking first round?
Fuck yeah,
Arthur. Lamborghini when we could give it to our like. Whatever round Ford F-150.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right, moving on. Raiders at New England. So we've got the Las Vegas Raiders at the New England Patriots. This one, it looks like New England is favored. It's 2.5-point spread. I wrote down here that Mike Vrabel gets his first win as the head coach of his alma mater, I guess.
Yeah.
Can you say that for NFL?
Yeah.
That's kind of a...
Why not? We're rolling with it.
Yeah, I think that the Patriots do win this one. I think that backfield, I've been pounding the table for Travion Henderson this whole time. I think it's more split than I would like it to be, but
is that you speaking as a Travion Henderson owner or a Travion Henderson fan?
This is me speaking as a level-headed fantasy,
an unbiased
individual.
Totally. Totally. I believe that. I believe that too.
No, I think that the backfield is pretty split, but I do believe that Travion is going to be the most efficient guy out of
100%. I almost wrote in here Ramondre Stevenson fumble.
No, it's probably
a safe bet.
Yeah.
Probably a safe bet.
And then I wrote down here that Genty scores, but he doesn't explode in his first NFL game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wrote in quotations here, let Tauslia glaze Travion. A little surprised that he didn't go down that path a little bit. And you know what? Good on you, you know? I said Brock Bowers looks like maybe he should have been a first-round fantasy pick. That's my prediction for this game. I think Brock Bowers is going to annihilate that New England defense. I think they're going to feed him the ball like they should because he's their best player. Ashton isn't there yet, but he will get there. And I just said that he looks like maybe he should have been a first-round fantasy pick. I think he's, like I said, matchup nightmare. I said Dante Thornton, I think, probably catches his first TUD and looks like he's the better rookie receiver.
That'd be awesome.
Than what's his name?
Jack Besh.
Yep, there we go.
For the people at home who watched last episode,
yes, great call out.
Want to let you guys know that I ended up dropping Ben Sinnott because Dante Thornton went undrafted in our rookie draft, so I picked him up off waivers, and I could not be more excited because there's a lot of buzz
outstanding
about that
move.
guy.
Outstanding move.
Yeah.
He legit could be their wide receiver 1 this year. I also said I think it's probably going to be a slower start for Genty. I still think he's going to be productive. I agree with you. I think he probably scores. And then last piece, I said I think Steph Diggs is going to look like the Steph Diggs of 3 years ago. And I think Kyle Williams is probably going to show that he's the future of that New England passing attack. I don't know who I think wins, honestly. That's a tight one. But I think I might lean Vegas just because I like Pete Carroll and Brock and Ashton.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Both first-year head coaches, or not first-year head coach, but like new head coaches, I guess. So,
yeah, it'll be potentially an ugly game, but I think it'll be a fun one to watch.
Let's get to this next one, though.
Yeah,
let's get to this next one.
Awesome. Okay, we've got Arizona at the New Orleans Saints. The only thing I wrote down here is, ew, fuck this game.
Yeah.
So take it away, Tegan.
Let me take the runway here. I said, yeah, pretty much. I think that, but I think Arizona wins. I think Marv has a really big game. I think he's going to look like the generational guy that we all thought he was going to be last year and just didn't see enough. I also think Alvin Kamara has 5+ catches. And I wrote this before I even owned Marv or Alvin Kamara, so looking back, I'm fucking thrilled.
Yeah, nice.
I'm like, hell yeah.
The Cardinals are favored. It's a 5.5-point spread, which
I would take that.
Yeah, I think the Saints are going to win like 3 games this year.
Well, like I've said a few times already, Saints first-year head coach, week 1, bad roster, not gonna look good.
Rattler's good for 2 picks.
For sure.
Probably.
For sure. I think more continuity on the Cardinals side. You have better weapons, better talent, better roster. Easy pick there.
All right. Well, I do not want to linger on that game any longer.
Yeah, let's move right along.
That's going to be a game when I'm 4-boxing on Sunday.
Shout out.
Shout out
Sunday ticket.
Why are you so
But also,
expensive?
Yeah, I was going to say, FU
So
YouTube.
expensive.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Did you pay for it?
Not yet.
Ooh.
I'm just going to roll down to your house. You think I'm kidding.
You're not joking. Yeah, I just dropped like 500 bones on that.
Like, what? Like, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. YouTube, get it together, man.
Roger Goodell.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Let me speak to somebody up top.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, that's gonna be a game that's not on my 4-box.
Yeah. I'm excited to talk about this next one, though.
Yeah. So our next game here, we've got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. We got a showdown for the state of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
This one, the Bengals are favored. It's another 5.5-point spread. And I wrote down here, Cincinnati finally wins their opener. I feel like the last few seasons they have gotten off to such a dog shit start, and it always comes back to bite them.
Yep.
Because they're always a team with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Like, that's a scary team if they get into the playoffs.
100%, yeah.
So, and last year they were so close.
Yeah.
I think that they get out to a good start here. The Browns are the Browns. I think their defense is decent. I mean, you got Myles Garrett. They're always going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I wrote down Chase Brown is electric. He just is. He's lightning in a bottle.
Totally.
I wrote Dylan Sampson is the more productive running back in Cleveland. I think him and Jerome Ford will be splitting the work there. And I wrote that, and that's not even me as a Dylan Sampson owner.
Right.
I just think that.
No, I agree.
I just think that, Jerome Ford is kind of just a guy, and why not see what the rookies.
He's a jag.
Why not see what the rookies got?
Yeah.
We know Cincinnati's defense is soft as baby shit, so we'll see how productive Dylan Sampson can be.
Yeah.
I do, like I said, Cincinnati wins this one in my eyes.
Yeah, this is where I'm going to differ from you a little bit. I think Cleveland actually wins in a shootout. I think that Cleveland roster is better than people give it credit for. Joey Flacco still got it. Trust. Dude's like 50 and he's still just slinging the pigskin. I said, speaking of Jag, I said, Jerry Jeudy is not a Jag? Shout out Steve Smith. I think T. Higgins has the better week one than Jamar Chase. I think he'll just get – I think Cleveland will focus heavily on stopping Jamar Chase, and I think T. Higgins is going to benefit a lot from that. T. Higgins is also healthy, and when he's healthy, he's really good. And then the last point I said is nobody can block Myles Garrett, and Cincy always, like to your point, they just always start slow. So I think why would this be any different? So
and I don't think their O-line is very good still. Our next game in that early slate, we've got, let's see, two more in the early slate. It's Miami at Indianapolis. So we got the Dolphins and the Colts. This one is kind of a toss-up, like Colts favored by 1.5.
That's pretty ugly.
Yeah, this one could go either
I'm not a
way.
Miami believer, though.
This one could go either way. I wrote down that Josh Downs leads the Colts receivers.
Thrilled to hear that.
I also wrote down that Ollie Gordon scores.
Interesting.
I just think that he's the big body guy that you put in on the goal line.
Yeah.
Like we said last episode, he brings a physicality that Miami is lacking.
Yeah.
That's about it. I think the Colts win this one.
Yeah.
I think it is close, like Vegas has predicted.
Yep.
So
I wrote down that I think this is a Tyler Warren launch party. I think he's going to feast. I think they drafted him in the first round to do this. I think he's going to destroy that Miami defense. I don't think Miami can match up with him defensively. I think Danny Dimes is just going to hand it off to JT and toss it to Tyler Warren, and they're going to call it a day. I think it'll probably be a closer game, kind of like Vegas is predicting. I think, like you said, I think Josh Downs will be involved, which I love. My bold prediction for the year is I think this is the end of the Mike McDaniels era. I just don't foresee Miami being good, and I don't foresee them hanging on to Mike McDaniel. And then the last thing I wrote is I think Jalen Waddle has a great open to the season.
I think so too. I think Waddle is probably their wide receiver one this year.
Yeah.
Just because, Tyreek, as electric as he was, or maybe still could be, when you're a locker room cancer like that,
dude,
you're trying to rebuild a relationship with a head coach and a quarterback, it's like...
What I'm seeing shades of Antonio Brown is what I'm seeing. Which you hate to hear, but that's just what I'm seeing.
All right. Well, let's move on. The last game in the early slate on Sunday is Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. This one is in Atlanta, and Tampa's actually favored here. It's a 2.5-point spread. Why are you smirking?
Mecca motherfucking Igbuka, baby.
All caps. Yeah. All right. So my bold take here is that Emeka outproduces Mike Evans.
Love it.
Which, again, is that even that bold these days?
I think it is bold because Mike Evans is a bona fide stud and always has been, and Emeka is the unproven rookie. But I also personally see it the exact same way. So
I just think Emeka is going to be great from the get-go. I wrote down here, Bucky Irving is a stud and actually outperforms Bijan in this game.
Which I could also see. I think the sneaky thing, and I was listening to somebody talk about this, Atlanta's O-line has sneakily had some injuries and issues, in this preseason.
Yeah, they just lost their tackle.
Yep, and then the backup.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, and they lost their center in free agency, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one where I'm like, I think one, Tampa Bay's O-line is one of the best in the league.
They are.
By a pretty healthy margin.
Totally.
And I think Bucky Irving is pretty special. So I'm with you on that
Agreed.
one.
I did write down Buccaneers win, a close one, because I do think Michael Penix.
Thank you for saying it right.
You're welcome. I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be good this year.
I do too. I do too.
I think he can throw that football. So
The dude's got a bazooka attached to
and
his
Drake
torso.
London and Bijan, like.
Don't forget the boy Kyle Pitts. Don't you do that.
Who? Who? Oh, he's. Yeah, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts, that guy.
Yeah, he's like a rookie, isn't he?
Don't you ever disrespect the 1,000-yard rookie season from Kyle Pitts. Yeah, but so, okay, I kind of was like I said, Emeka Egbuka in all caps. I'm over the moon on him. I think, kind of to what you're saying, I think there's a good chance that he could outproduce Mike Evans. One, because I think he's just going to move around the formation a ton. You know what I mean? I think Mike Evans is probably going to be more stuck on the outside. Not saying that you can't produce that way, but I just think like Emeka's going to get a lot of snaps in the slot, a lot of snaps outside, I think they'll motion it, do creative things with him.
If you're in a PPR league, like
that's my thing.
Yeah, he's gonna
get a ton of targets.
He's gonna catch the rock.
No Chris Evans or Chris Godwin.
You keep
I know,
doing
dude.
that.
I know. Fuck. Anyway,
Bro wants to watch Captain America. So
Chris Evans is just on my mind. Cut that, please. No, but I think Emeka Egbuka could probably I think there's a real shot that he gets more than 10 targets.
I see you wrote here that Drake London, and you did write Michael Penis.
What? What? No,
that's a typo.
that can't be right. Are you kidding me?
Can't do that.
Anyway, who wrote that?
autocorrect.
Who the hell wrote that?
You wrote that they are the second coming of Matty Ice and Julio, which
Okay, listen. I want to.
That's insane.
Well, okay, so this is what I want. I mean, half of that statement is just that it's a star quarterback and a star wide receiver in Atlanta. That's pretty much where I'm coming from. Nobody's Julio Jones. Let me get that very clear. I'm not super high on Matty Ice.
Yeah, thank you.
But I think Drake London and Michael Penix Jr. are going to look pretty good. I think Drake London's going to have a great year. And I think the Falcons defense is going to look much improved. They've invested a lot of resources there, but I just think Tampa Bay's offense is too good. Like you said, I think Bucky Irving is going to be a stud. I think Emeka Egbuka, Mike Evans, all the above. So yeah, I think Tampa wins.
Yeah, that Tampa team. I mean, you got to remember that's a team that beat the Eagles last year in the regular season.
It's a really good team.
Yeah, they're kind of nasty. So
they did lose to the Broncos in Week 3, though. Let's not forget.
Yeah, that was shocking.
The Bo Nix coming out party.
Let's get to the game that we're all waiting for. This is we're finally in the afternoon slate of games on Sunday. Titans at Broncos.
Hell yeah.
I wrote down here that Denver obliterates Tennessee.
You gave a score.
63-10.
Holy moly. Dude.
Yeah.
I can see it.
It's our turn to beat the shit out of somebody.
Fuck you, Miami.
Yeah, when Miami got us for 70, I mean, it's our turn.
Yeah,
okay?
Totally, dude. We're not holding on to that at all.
Yeah. And again, I'm a guy that drafted Cam Ward in my dynasty league. I have him throwing 2 picks in his debut. And I did write down that the Broncos' backfield is almost an even split between J.K. and R.J.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think that, J.K. he's like one of those guys that's like sneakily just really good still, despite the injuries.
I know.
He's actually still really young. He's like a year older than R.J.
Yeah, a year or two.
You can even believe it.
Just insane.
I think he's 25 and RJ's 24.
Feels like he's been in the league for 5 years and had 5 career-ending injuries.
I do think eventually RJ takes over as the lead guy.
Yeah.
But in this game, I think they split the work. And I just don't see a path for Tennessee to really compete in this game.
Yep. I see it similarly. I wrote down, I think the Denver D scores twice. That's a pretty bold prediction, but I just think that Denver defense is going to feast on a rookie quarterback at home. Like, that's going to be ugly. I thought Dad was going to take Denver D with his first-round pick in the family draft. He did not. He did take them later, but I said that I think he's going to look genius for taking the Denver D as early as he did. I think they're going to be, like, really good, obviously. I agree with you. I think RJ has a limited workload in week 1, but I think he is going to be very efficient and look the part. You know what I mean? I think he's going to look like the more explosive back in that offense. I think he's going to look worthy of the second-round pick. I think he's just going to show flashes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, 100%. I think he could score his first NFL touchdown too.
Yeah. The spread on this game is also 7.5, so
that's way too low.
I mean, that's just like the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles game.
Yeah.
7.5 point spread.
Way too low. I'm taking the over on that. How does betting work?
Bro doesn't know how to bet.
It's a good thing. And then I said, last little line here, Bo Nix MVP campaign starts here. I said it. Moving on.
Cool. Our second game in that afternoon slate, we've got the 49ers at the Seahawks. This one is – the Niners are a 2.5 point favorite here. I think Ricky Pearsall leads all receivers in this game. That's kind of my bold take. I know that Jackson Smith and Jigba is
You're forgetting a name.
Coming into his own.
Torrey Horton. Anyway.
Yeah, bold take. Ricky Pearsall outproduces Torrey Horton this game, guys. I also wrote down that Zach Charbonnet outperforms Kenneth Walker.
That is more bold.
Yeah, that's definitely a bold take, but I believe in to be honest, like both of those guys are so talented. Drafted a year apart in the same round. I was like, what the hell is Seattle doing? Like,
yeah,
how are you going to split that? But yeah, I just think that
they're just both really good.
Obviously, Kenneth Walker is your home run hitter, but I think a down-to-down grinder like Zach Charbonnet is really good. So
yeah.
We'll see how that pans out. I also wrote down that CMC looks good, helps the Niners to a victory.
Yep. What I had is I think Kenneth Walker is going to look like a first-round fantasy pick. Ken Bone Walker, shout out the fantasy footballers. Yeah, I think he's going to look really good week one.
So you disagree? You disagree with my?
I do. I think he's going to get the bulk load of touches. I think he's going to be productive. Yeah, I think he's just going to look legit. Whenever he's healthy, he just looks like one of the best running backs in football. And maybe that's a bad take. I just think that's true. I said Ricky P. Cue many men. Shout out 50.
Many men.
I said, I think kind of to your point, I'm agreeing with you here. He's going to have 10 catches. I think he's going to, yeah, keep going. Keep her rolling, baby. No, don't stop.
I don't cry no more. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm done.
But to your point, I think he's going to have 10 plus catches. I think he's going to dominate that offense. I think he's going to get the bulk load of touches there. And then I said CMC picks up where he left off in 2023-24. I think he's going to look like the CMC of old. But key caveat there, I don't think it's going to last.
This is another fingers crossed.
I don't think it's going to last.
And I think CMC is one of the biggest gambles you can make in
100%
fantasy football this year.
100%.
If you have the balls, you got the stones to take him in like the middle back of the first round in your drafts.
When I've seen people take him first half of the first round.
Yeah, and fair enough, because if he does stay healthy for the entire season.
The upside is like best in fantasy football.
Exactly.
The downside is you're in the toilet bowl.
He's on your IR.
Yeah. So I think he'll start the year looking like CMC of old. I just don't think that is sustainable through 17 games.
Okay. Moving on, we've got Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. This is one of the games that I almost wrote down as my game of the week.
Yeah.
because especially now that the Packers just got Micah Parsons, like that makes this that much more interesting.
100%.
So yeah, we've got an NFC North showdown, and surprisingly, Tegan, the Packers are favored.
I honestly,
in this one. It's a 2.5 point spread. It is in Green Bay.
I'm not that surprised.
We've got new coordinators for the Lions, so we'll have to see how that all plays out. My bold take here is that Jamison Williams actually leads all receivers in this game.
I like that take.
I wrote Matthew Golden is quiet for most of the night, but I do think Detroit wins this one.
Yeah, I see it similarly to you. Except for the Detroit at the end. I think. I said Green Bay is going to look legit.
You're going Packers.
I think Green Bay looks legit. I think Detroit's going to struggle with 2 new coordinators. I think there's going to be a learning curve there, or growing pains, I guess I should say. I think it's ultimately going to be a close game. Both really good rosters with good coaching, but I think Green Bay's going to win. I said I think Micah Parsons.
Marka Parsons.
What the hell? I think Micah Parsons is going to look like he's worth the 2 first rounders, but I think the Packers are really going to miss Kenny Clark, even though he's 30. I think they're going to struggle to stop the run against a really potent Detroit Lions offense.
Gibbs.
I think Sonic and Knuckles are going to feast.
Wild.
Yeah, but I think Green Bay is going to win because they just. I think Micah Parsons puts them over the edge, and I think the new coordinators for Detroit is going to come with growing pains.
I was just kind of worried about the Green Bay secondary.
Yeah, that's valid.
I don't know. I like I said, that was kind of a game that was almost my game of the week, but we'll get to my actual game of the week, which, I mean, come on.
It's the same for us both.
Moving on. This is the last game in that Sunday afternoon slate of games. It is Houston at the Los Angeles Rams.
Mm-hmm.
This one, Vegas has it looks like the Rams are favored. They're a 2.5 point favorite. I could see this one going either way. This is kind of a toss up for me.
Yeah.
I did write down Jaden Higgins scores in his first NFL action. I did write that the Rams are going to win this one. Kyren, I feel like every year there's like a hate train.
A drafted rookie that they bring in to compete with Kyren?
There's that, and people are always fading Kyren Williams. Like, he's still trying to shake off the draft capital and like the
Guy's just a good football player.
Yeah, I think that he's still the guy.
Yeah.
So, and right here. I got it on me.
Yeah. Hey, and that's before the number change.
So I'm a real one.
Yeah.
I'm a Puka guy. So I do think that Devontae is going to be good, but I think Puka is
that offense runs through him
pretty clearly. Like, he's the one.
Yeah. For me, I said I think Devontae is going to look like the Devontae of 3 years ago. I think he's going to be.
Is he 31, 32?
I think 31.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I think 31. I think he's just going to look really good. I think Puka being there helps him a ton. I said I think Puka has 8+ catches and 100 yards. Anytime Puka and Matthew Stafford are on the field together, it's just like automatic production. Mm-hmm. So I think that happens again, especially in an offense where now they have Devontae on the other side to take looks or coverage away from him. And then I said I don't think Houston can protect CJ. I think they're going to have a lot of trouble with that Rams front. I think Jared Verse is going to have at least a sack.
Yeah.
And I think the Rams are going to get an easy win because CJ is not going to have any time with the ball. So I don't really care if he has Nico Collins or Jaden Higgins or whoever. Like, he's going to get eaten alive.
It'll be tough sledding. And I'm also like, Houston's run game.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have something that can take pressure off of him. So, like, I mean, you love Nick Chubb. Want that to be clear.
We talked about Woody Marks too.
Totally.
But he's not necessarily your in between the tackles runner.
No.
Coming out of college. So
Well, that's something where, like, yeah, I think it's all going to be on C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins. I don't think they're going to be able to protect him. I think that Rams defense is just going to be too good, specifically up front. And I think that's an easy Rams win.
I'm totally there with you. The only thing I would say that makes me a little nervous about the Rams is, I don't know, just keeping
the Matthew Stafford situation.
Keeping Matthew Stafford upright.
Yeah. We'll
see. But that's it for our Sunday afternoon games. Then we go into Sunday night football. I'm so ready to hear the song come on.
I know.
We got like dinner like in front of me and kickoff. And there's no better game. This is my game of the week.
Genuinely.
Game of the week right here. It is the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. This one is in Buffalo. So
yeah.
It's a rematch of the playoff matchup last year.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Ravens, they get the better of the Bills in the regular season.
Yeah.
And then the Bills get them in the postseason.
Yeah.
Which is kind of how it is with the Bills and the Chiefs.
100%.
But yeah, this one is in Buffalo. Buffalo is favored. It's only 1.5.
Which, yeah, like that feels right to me.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
I wrote down that Baltimore actually gets revenge for their playoff loss last year. I think Khalil Shakir remains the most productive receiver in Buffalo, at least in this game. I'm not sure where he's at injury.
Health-wise?
Yeah, health-wise.
I think he just practiced.
Okay.
So he's on track with the high ankle recovery. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I think Khalil Shakir, he's going to be Josh's
go-to.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, go Josh Allen, go Bills. I hope I'm wrong here. I think that Baltimore they're even better than they were last year.
I know.
I think that
I know, and I hate it.
As terrible as
I hate it
of a guy that like Mike Green maybe is.
Dude, he
looks like
so
he's
good at football.
Be a good player on that D line.
Oh my God, he's unreal.
And you just look at their defense, like Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
Huge ad.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Humphrey on the other side.
Yeah. When you also have,
Kyle Hamilton is probably the best safety.
I forgot who the first round corner they drafted out of Clemson. I forgot what his name. Nate Wiggins. Yep.
Yeah. So they've just got. dudes.
It's freaky. You add a first round safety, Malachi Starks.
Yeah, exactly. You got
Roquan in the middle. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
they're honestly like them and Philly are, I think, head and shoulders the best rosters in football.
I agree.
I mean,
they're loaded.
It's unbelievable. So shout out to that. What it would be like to have a great front office. Speaking as a Bills fan, not a Broncos fan.
Or a defense.
Yeah.
And you know that we love our guy Josh Allen, but I got to shout out Lamar Jackson too.
Yeah.
Love Lamar.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be just a really fun game to watch.
100%.
I hope it's close. Yeah. I hope the Bills pull it out, but my prediction is that the Ravens get them this time.
Yeah, and I wrote this is playoff football in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is heavyweights going at it. And I said I think the Buffalo defense is going to look like wet toilet paper. I hate saying that, but I think they're like, and this happened when they played the Ravens early in the year last year. Derrick Henry destroyed us. Like we just got out physicaled. And I think that happens probably again this year. Dwayne Carter, one of the Bills' D tackles, just tore his Achilles. He's out for the year. I think he was going to play a big role on that defensive line this year. I think the Buffalo D is going to get ran all over the place. They are not built to handle a rushing attack like Baltimore has. My somewhat interesting take for this one is I think Elijah Moore is maybe a sneaky name to look out for. I said that I think he could show shades of like Cole Beasley, if y'all remember that name from a few years ago. Shout out Cowboys Cole Beasley and shout out Buffalo Bills Cole Beasley.
He was the best rapper in the NFL at one point.
Facts, dude. Facts.
So
looks like Joe Dirt, but guy could ball. But he just separated at a high level, and I think Josh Allen likes those guys. I think that's what he likes about Khalil Shakir. I think Elijah Moore has a lot of that, and I think my reason for saying this is I think like maybe Khalil Shakir coming off of the injury week 1 starts a little slow, and Elijah Moore gets a little more run out of that slot. Listen, I agree with everything you're saying. I just can't do it, man. Buffalo wins on the back of Josh motherfucking Allen. I'm going to ride with my boy.
I'd rather beat him in the postseason. I'm okay.
100%. And listen, I say this fully knowing that I expect them to lose. I am hoping that they win.
Gotcha.
So.
All right, well, that's our game of the week there. We only got one more, and this is our Monday Night Football. This is another exciting one that is like top 5 games for me this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears, and Vegas has this one extremely close as well. Looks like the Vikings are favored. It's a 1.5.
Yeah.
The spread here. This is the beginning of the J.J. McCarthy era. Okay. The best quarterback to come out of the University of Michigan.
Clip that, Betty. Clip that.
I have Minnesota beating Chicago in a close game. I think Colston Loveland is relatively quiet in his debut.
Yeah.
That's just, there's a lot of target competition. Only one football. So I wrote down here, Caleb looks much improved in this Ben Johnson offense. I think there's reason for optimism in Chicago.
Yeah.
But I do think that Minnesota beats them.
Yeah.
This time around.
I'm a little surprised that the spread is that close.
Really?
Yeah.
I do see this as a close game.
I do too, but I feel like
unknowns on both ends.
Yes, but I also feel like Chicago looks good on paper. It's just unproven.
Yeah,
and I think
so is McCarthy.
Yes, but I think that's I see where you're coming from. I just think that Minnesota roster is more proven. I don't know if they're better than the Chicago roster, but I wrote I think Caleb looks much, much sharper. I liked what I saw out of the preseason, that last game that he had in the preseason. I think he looked a lot sharper, a lot more like he was getting the ball out on time and not doing the things that really killed him and have been his Achilles heel so far. In college and the pros, dude would hold the ball for 30 seconds. So seeing him be on time and in rhythm was really encouraging in that last preseason game. So I think he'll look sharper heading into the year. Once again, I wrote this before our family draft. I said, I think Odunze is more wide receiver 1B than wide receiver 2. I think he's going to get touches and volume, especially with, why am I blanking on the name? Keenan Allen leaving. I think he'll get I think that opens the door for Rome Odunze to be really good this year. I said I think J.J. McCarthy has 2 turnovers. I don't know whether that's 2 picks or a fumble pick, whatever. But despite that, I think he's going to look like the guy that they drafted him to be. I believe in him mostly because you're super high on him.
I'm extremely hopeful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I said I think Jordan Mason is going to have a rushing tud once again before I even drafted the guy, but I believe in him. I believe in that offense. And then I said it's going to be a really close game, but ultimately I think Minnesota wins just because, continuity versus a first-year head coach. So.
All right, well, I mean, that wraps up our week 1 breakdown of this NFL schedule. Oh, I cannot believe we're here.
Dude, it feels so good.
Yeah. I mean,
I can't believe it. We're going to watch NFL football in 3 days.
I know.
God, that feels so good.
I know. So, I hope that you got something useful out of this.
I would put a parlay together of every single one of our picks.
Totally.
And that's guaranteed money.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Disclaimer, we are not financial advisors don't take this as financial advice, whatever disclaimer I have to put in, but if you want to make money. There's
some little nuggets in here that might be worth looking into.
Totally.
Yeah, once again, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
We will be back next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
We'll see how this shakes out.
Yeah, we're
Break it
continuing
down
to learn
a
and
little
grow.
bit, and
Yep.
then preview week 2. So
Yeah, and we might get into like sit starts and things like that, and
absolutely.
moves happening within our leagues, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Stick around. Once again, thanks for being a bro. Thanks for hanging out. Did not have a beer this episode.
That's okay.
I'll get you back next
We had coffee.
episode.
Brew could be coffee as well.
All right. As always, hit us up.
Yeah.
Comment, like, subscribe. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram, Spotify. Yeah.
Anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah. Hit us up. We'll respond in the comments if you got questions about.
Yeah. If you're wondering.
lineup,
Yeah, I think we also want to get to eventually like ranking teams.
Yeah.
And so if you want to send in your teams, send in your teams, whatever.
We're just some screenshots.
Just looking to engage. So
yeah. So thank you.
Yep.
Later.
See ya.